Hi everyone, Mrs. Olson here. This week's lesson and assignment really is to create your own political cartoon. So we've been studying about revolutions, American Revolution, French Revolution, different independence movements in Latin America, Haitian Revolution. So what I would like you to do is to synthesize. You're going to take all of the information that you have learned about revolutions and you are going to you are going to apply that information into somewhat of an artistic form, a political cartoon, and then there's actually a writing piece that goes along with it. Okay. So let's start at the top where it says what a political cartoon is. Now, I know many of you understand what political cartoons are, and you've actually done source analyses about some political cartoons, but we're just going to make sure that everybody's on the same page and start with this paragraph here. It reads that a political cartoon is an illustration containing a political or social message that usually relates to a current event or personalities. Okay, so in the context of what we are doing, the event, it may not be current because we didn't live in these time periods, but the event is going to be focused on one of the revolutions that we have studied. So I said here, for the purpose of this assignment, you will create your own political cartoon based on the information learned in Unit 9. So the American French Revolutions, the Haitian Revolution, and then there are several different independence movements that happened in Latin America that you also learned about. Okay? So first, starting with a theme. I want you to make sure that what you draw and what you write about is very focused. It's about one part, one feeling, one thing that happened in one of the revolutions. So a specific theme. And then these are just examples. You don't have to use these if you don't want to, but I'm trying to give you ideas of how to narrow down an idea. So perhaps your cartoon is about how the American colonists felt about Britain. Maybe your cartoon is only about the fleeing of Louis the 16th and his wife Marie Antoinette because they were getting pushed out of France. And maybe this one, Simone Bolivar's feelings for independence. So there's a primary source analysis that you read, a letter he wrote while he was in prison. So as you can see, each of these examples are very specified as far as what it is that they are concentrating on. And then just a reminder, they're examples. You don't have to do these if you don't want to, okay? So an important impact of the theme, so that has to come across in either your writing and or what you draw in the cartoon. I have to, when I look at it, I have to be able to understand the impact on history with this theme, okay? So you're going to use two vocabulary terms in the cartoon, and this is going to help convey the message of the cartoon. Now I do have some examples to show you of how you can incorporate two vocab terms in the cartoon itself. Some of you may put it, say, on a person's briefcase. Maybe the term is written across somebody's hat. Maybe they're waving a flag and the term is incorporated somewhere in the flag. So there are lots of different ways in which vocabulary terms can be kind of molded in whatever it is that you create in your cartoon. Okay? The fourth bullet says a creative and original image that clearly illustrates your topic. So I don't want any cutting and pasting from the internet. I want you guys to put your artistic or your non-artistic skills to use, okay? Also on the political cartoon, you are going to write dialogue. So you are going to have characters in the cartoon, and you need to have little dialogue bubbles that are coming off of the person's head, mouth, somewhere around them. And you are going to write as if they are speaking. And again, this is going to help convey the thoughts, the feelings, the attitudes of the people in your cartoon. Okay. This bullet says that you're going to write a caption that demonstrates the significance of the political cartoon. So when you say look at a newspaper and they have a picture, there is a caption. Sometimes it's on the top, many times it's on the bottom, and typically it's a one-liner. It's one sentence that is very straight and direct as far as what is happening in the picture, okay? So again, your caption is going to be about what it is that you are drawing and what it is that you're trying to convey, okay? I want you to put a lot of effort into this. It's going to be your only assignment for this week. So what I'm hoping that you do is that you brainstorm a bunch. You are going to maybe write down some of your ideas in a list. Think about some ideas that maybe you could use for each of the ideas. Then make a decision on what your theme is going to be. Sketch out some of your ideas and then get started on the final product. That's why I'm giving you all week to be able to do this project, because I want it to be really awesome when you turn it in, okay? So note, this assignment will be created by hand. You may not use any images from the internet or other sources. Okay, now after you create your cartoon, I do want a writing piece to go along with it. And it says attached to the back side or with your cartoon, you're going to write a written analysis of your cartoon, including the reasons why you chose your theme, the explanation of the effects, so that's that second bullet, the impact on history of your theme, and then the significance of the overall message in relation to revolution. Okay, so here is a place that you can start sketching out your ideas. This is not where the final product is going to go. Okay, and then here I've included a rubric, so this is how you are going to be assessed on the cartoon. Alrighty, so I have some examples here to show you what I mean. Now, I want you guys to understand that the examples that are here are examples only. These do not have anything to do with revolution, but they are political cartoons that other students have created. They're just about different eras in history, okay? But I wanted to be able to show you student art with dialogue, captions, and so that you get ideas going for yours, okay? So this one is a political cartoon. It's actually about the urbanization that was happening in the late 1800s in America. So just to kind of give you an overview of the entire thing, okay. Now this girl is very artsy. She did a great job. If you can't draw like this, it's totally okay. So here I want to show you that this is her caption. The urbanization of American cities helped industries and the wealthy prosper, but the overcrowding of the cities caused crime, pollution, homelessness, and disease. Okay, so it is one sentence. It's chock full of information, but it is just one sentence, okay. So that's her caption. You can see that she has incorporated dialogue here and here. And then the two vocabulary terms, you may not know this because this isn't what we're studying, but her two vocabulary terms are actually the Gilded Age, that's one term, and then it's actually in the same area of her cartoon, which is totally fine, and the term industrialization, okay? So that's that one. Now I'm going to upload these so that you guys have them to be able to look at. And this is her analysis. Now, because I'm going to give this to you so that you can look at it, we're not going to read over it together, but when you get to the analysis part, the written part, make sure that you take a look at this so you can see how a good one is written, okay? Now, here is another example. And so here is the caption, the new red scare, okay? Here is her dialogue. And then she was able to incorporate her vocab terms actually pretty easily because these people was one of the vocabulary terms that they had to study, and so was this person's name. So that one's kind of a simpler one to give you another idea. And here is another. This was actually a foreign exchange student that I had from Hong Kong, and I thought she was pretty amazing. I thought she could be a professional illustrator. Okay, so I'm going to move this up here for just a moment. So this is the caption. And you can see that it is small. It's really not a whole lot of information or words, but it is your caption, and it matches perfectly for the bomb culture of the 1950s that we lived through in America. Okay, so once again, here is the caption. Here is the dialogue. Okay, and I think this one forgot to put the vocab terms in here, but it is a cool piece of art that I wanted to be able to show you. And if I were talking to this person, I would suggest putting maybe a vocab term on his t-shirt. Maybe they have a piece of art on the wall and it's a poster. It has another vocab term in it. Okay, so I am super excited for you to be able to create your own political cartoon about anything that we learned about revolutions really around the world. France, America, Haiti, different parts of Latin America. So I hope going over the directions helped. Showing you the examples will help a little bit too. And let me know if you have questions. Have a little bit of fun with this one. Bye.